This is Georgie Rogers, and I'm joined, in fact, by my live guest this month, and it is Katy Beth Young, aka Tenderness.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, I was kind of like going through, like I was listening to this new project, but then also went way back with like Peggy Sue stuff, and I went on a proper nostalgia trip.
Oh, nice.
Because, we've known each other for a long time, haven't we?
Many years. Yeah.
Many years. Many years. We go way back. So, Katy, how did this Tenderness project start?
Well, it sort of began because I wanted to do some music without kind of a lot of organising.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a friend called Ewan, another old friend, Ewan Hinshelwood, who has this little studio in Greenwich. And so in 2020, at the point where we were like allowed to leave the house again, I kind of arranged with Ewan to just go and do some demos in the studio. And it just felt really good. It felt really nice. And then it sort of grew from there. But it was a really, really slow process. We did demos and like started recording, but sort of in between day jobs and like Ewan's various tours, and then built it over a good few years, like really slowly in quite a like healthy way, I think. Yeah. And then maybe took a bit too long to start putting it out in a slightly unhealthy way. But yeah, that's where it came from.
Was there a bit of just like keeping it as this thing and not?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's like a way that when you have the songs to yourself, they're like kind of in their like purest form, like your little babies, and then can feel a bit scary to start it. But I'm really glad that I've started it now. Yeah. They also are in their purest form when other people are listening to them. So, yeah.
Yeah, and people can take it and interpret it in their own ways, and, it'll mean something different to them.
Yeah, for sure.
So you started working on it and writing, and did the tracks then come quite easily?
Yeah, there's sort of a mishmash of songs that I had like before that, and then that have been written over this period. But lots of the songs are quite small and quite like simple songs. There's definitely more of like a country folk strain to it, which I don't know if I had like let myself do for a little while. But yeah, so they're kind of they're not necessarily small in ideas, but they're like really, the guitar and the voice is like right at the center of it, which is like a bit of a joy. And I think that that's kind of how I write naturally. So yeah, the songs do feel like kind of the only songs that I could be writing at the moment. So I guess they came easily in that way.
Yeah. And was that kind of why it was Tenderness seemed like a good name for it? Because they're quite tender, the track?
Yeah, I think it didn't have a name for a really long time. Yeah. And
must be so hard as well to think of something and actually settle on it.
Yeah, I was really grumpy at not just having it an actual name that I could use. Yeah. But no, the name, I knew I wanted it to be tender something. I think there's something about the word tender and tenderness, which is like, it's sort of a giving and a taking. Like you tenderness is like positive, and it's also like a sensitivity. It's like a beautiful generosity, and then at the same time it's like quite exposing. It's like you're kind of raw and you're like open to feeling, and that's where the name comes from. But yeah, I don't know. I just like the word. I think sometimes when you choose a word like that, whenever I told anyone, I didn't feel embarrassed. So then I was like, okay, I've got a good one.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like if you say it a few times out loud and then you're like, no, actually that kind of works.
Yeah. Like I'm not cringing. It's going to be fine.
I remember when 86 TV, so the after Maccabees, like Hugo and Felix came in, and they actually went through some of the names that were on left on the cutting room floor. Amazing. And some of them were absolute gold. Like so funny. I was just like throwing ideas out there.
Yeah, I think it's kind of easy to think of band names for like certain genres, like punk band names. I've got a million, but like slightly country, quiet, songs, not so much, not so many band names for that.
It's a bit harder, isn't it? So yeah, and then you also got some friends and collaborators on the project, didn't you? So who was involved?
Like pretty much everyone I've ever met in music was involved. But Ewan produced and played a lot of bass and guitars and synths. My really good friend Marianne, who I met when she was playing drums in La Luz, came and came and stayed in London for the summer and played drums, and that was really fun. And then some of the people from Deep Throat Choir, so Louisa and Eloise, and my friend Tanya, and also Clay, who is like my partner in Peggy Sue, is on like 4 songs because I don't know.
Had to.
I don't know. Is it even a solo project if you don't have your like long-term musical partners on it? And then Ollie also played, who was the drummer in Peggy Sue for a long time. He plays on a lot of the songs as well. Yeah. So yeah, basically everyone I ever met.
Yeah, called in some favours. And did that make it feel like an even more like cosy sort of intimate process, just making these with people that you fully trust?
Yeah, adore? I mean, I've never really done music with people that aren't like my people before. Although actually the last couple of years, Clay and I and some of the other people in Deep Throat, we've done a bunch of like backing vocals, and that's also really fun, and you're like in this kind of professional machine. But making music and recording music, I've never done it in a sort of like with really pro strangers. So yeah, I mean, we're professionals now, but
I'd say so after like 17 years or whatever. I think you guys have pretty much, done a lot of things and been about. So, I mean, you're going to play, which is so exciting, because you're going to play a couple of tracks from the EP, but we're also going to play one on record. And we'll start with that one. That's Saturday Morning. Tell me a bit about writing that and I guess writing the whole EP. So it feels like it's that sort of like sun-drenched aftermath of like a doomed romance.
Yeah, I love a doomed romance, basically. I feel like doomed romance is the prime time for songwriting for me. But yeah, Saturday Morning is one of the oldest ones, and it's like actually we recorded it's kind of built on the demo, and so it was like one of the ones where when we did the demo, we were like, oh, that's it. And then actually there's a bunch of different layers on top of it that kind of build it out to create the mood, I think. Like Ewan's really great at creating the mood. And then also the other person that plays on a lot of the songs is this pedal steel player called Harry Bohe, who is amazing. And he came to play on this one, and then we were like, oh, let's put it on everything. But yeah, so I don't know, there's like a mood to it. It's quite, I'm not sure I'd ever let myself write such a slow song before. And it felt really good to write something really slow and like create the music. The words are pretty simple, but the music really like creates the mood that I was in, which is that sort of like when heartbreak's kind of beautiful, that bit. Tender bit, I guess. I keep having to write descriptions of songs, and I keep wanting to write tender, and I'm like, oh, I can never. I've really messed myself up. I can't ever say tender.
I have to look in the thesaurus for like other versions. Vulnerable.
Please send alternate words for tender for me, please.
Okay, well, let's hear it. So this is Tenderness and Saturday Morning, and we'll chat more with Katy after this. So that is Tenderness and Saturday Morning, and I've got Katy Beth Young in the studio talking all about it. So yeah, it just sounds really, really gorgeous.
Thank you,
so
Georgie.
nice to hear you singing. I bumped into you, didn't I, last November? It was on my birthday, the Laura Marling show, and you were doing backing vocals.
Oh, such a good birthday.
Such a good birthday. It was at a matinee show at Hackney Church, and like, what a show it was.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
How did you find doing those tour shows?
It was like really amazing to be part of that show. It was such a beautiful show, and we all just kept saying like her voice is amazing and her guitar is amazing, and we would just switch between which one was more amazing. But yeah, that album is very beautiful, and it was really nice we'd done a bunch of backing vocal stuff, but it was nice to be like part of a show, and it was quite a stripped back show. So there was like 4 strings players, Laura, bass player, and then the four of us singing. So it was mostly terrifying and then sometimes kind of euphoric. But yeah, it's such a beautiful album. It's such a beautiful show. Yeah.
It was quite amazing, wasn't it? Just like seeing, I don't know, the attentiveness and just people being so moved.
Yeah,
and, like,
completely. There was quite a lot of fainting.
Yeah, was there?
Yeah. Maybe not in the matinee.
What was the faint tally?
I think there was 2 faints a night.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Average 2 faints a night.
They're just totally overcome.
Yeah.
Just hit the deck.
It's just like standing still and watching something beautiful for 2 hours, I think, is quite overwhelming. Maybe.
Yeah. Have you ever fainted at a show?
I have actually.
Yeah. Which one?
I actually am annoyed at what show it was because I didn't really like him that much and I was right at the front and he was obviously really happy that I had fainted. I'm not even going to say his name. But yeah, I'd gone with Ollie to the show at the Lexington.
Yes.
And it was really hot.
Yes.
And it's it's the only time I've ever fainted ever.
Yeah.
But I could tell that he was like, cool. Cool.
We got a fainter.
We've got a fainter, yeah.
I fainted at Bat for Lashes.
Oh, that's good.
Many years ago on a date.
Oh, perfect.
First date. Oh my God. And
Was he a good escort?
He was very kind. And he was like, weirdly, my sister fainted 3 days ago. He's like, from not having any fainters, like and then I just hit the deck. I think it was just so beautiful and it was hot in there and I just went. Yeah, full pint all over me.
Oh,
yeah, it was really bad. And it was like 2 songs in.
Oh, babe.
It was not a vibe.
Did you get carried over by the bouncers, at least?
No, luckily we were far back enough.
Yeah. I think maybe we've planned it wrong and we should faint at like a really big show so that you get that moment where you get pulled over.
You get pulled over, carried, like, exalted.
Right next to Mariah Carey.
Yeah. You like come round and you're like, win. Here I am.
Next time.
Yeah, next time. Let's talk a little bit about other projects because obviously you're in Peggy Sue and you've put out so many records as Peggy Sue and also Deep Throat Choir. Yeah. So you've been doing a lot over the last few years, like in music, and how have those 2 projects been?
Yeah, they've been. I mean, they're like my life's work basically. Yeah. Those 2, sorry, especially like Peggy Sue. We really like all grew up together. Clay and I were singing and playing together since we were like 19, and then Deep Throat Choir was such a like amazing kind of chaotic experience. And Louisa, who runs it, is so brilliant. Has like such a beautiful songwriter and arranger. And made this like really generous project, and like made some really beautiful friends that are really important in my life now. And both of the projects are on hiatus, kind of like unofficial hiatus at the moment, but they're like a big part of my life. And I think it's really funny to have like only ever like been singing my whole life, but never sung on my own really ever before. Like the first Tenderness show that I did was opening for Deep Throat Choir at one of our Christmas shows, and I was like, why am I doing this? All of my friends are over there and I'm over here on my own. And then now I've kind of got used to it, and it actually, I think maybe there's something about having a like little space that's yours on your own that makes you like really hungry for doing the things with other people again and like doing stuff together. So I hope that both of those projects will do more things. But Clay's doing really brilliant poetry work at the moment. And Louisa has various other projects. So yeah, everyone's
keeping busy.
Everyone's very busy and like all part of each other's lives in a very beautiful way.
That's so nice. And what do you think it was? Was it just you were preoccupied with those projects, or was there a sort of little journey you had to go on in terms of putting yourself, being the solo
I don't know.
entity?
I don't think I really felt like I needed it for a really long time. Like Peggy Sue was so much mine and Clay's project together, and like when we first started it was kind of actually because it felt more joyful. It felt more joyful to do it together, and then I think I've had to like find a way of it feeling really joyful to do something on my own. Like there's something freeing about doing something on my own, and I'm like trying to lean into the joy of that, of like I can just turn up here with a guitar. That's quite freeing and joyful. But yeah, I think I'm really trying to like follow the joy with the project. So yeah.
I love that. So you're going to play a couple of tracks.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start with Heatwave Love Song.
Yes.
Can you tell me anything? Is there anything about this that it's just so good? Oh, love it.
Thank you. This is a kind of one of the more like bigger, like louder songs on the record, but it's sort of about London. It's about like heartbreak and London. But it's been quite a stressful song to be promoting over the summer because I just have like checked the weather more times than I ever would, because you like it was kind of perfect. It came out during the heatwave.
That's when I first listened to it. I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah, because there's like a feeling in London. I don't know if you have this feeling, but I get this feeling when the first heatwave happens in London, where I'm like really stressed, where I have to like make the absolute most of it, and it all feels like it's sort of like flittering away. And I was sort of always had this feeling that was like sort of the same as heartbreak, or like sort of the same as being like really like besotted in love. This sort of like obsessive, really like close, obsessive feeling. And that it just goes away, and that there was this sort of like relationship between those two things that I felt like it was there, and I like needed to kind of write the song to work out what the relationship was between those two things. And then so now the song is like about heartbreak and about love, about heatwaves, and they're sort of like entangled together, which is sort of how I experience them, I think.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
2 shower days in the capital, front room windows open wide. Love was like a heat wave after all, kept waking you up in the night. The city gives and the city takes away. Could I have loved him any other way? Hey, there will be more days like today. You will have more love to give away. 4-hour train to the capital, oh, to taste the salt on my skin. I'll bet he's thinking about it now, wherever he is, whoever he's with, wherever he is, whoever he's with. How it begins, like it's never gonna break. Could I have loved him any other way? Hey, there will be more days like today. You will have more love to give away. Sometimes I think of him asleep in the shade. I know if I woke him up, what he would say. He'd say, baby, it can wait. Come lay with me down in the shade.
Heatwave Love Song by Tenderness live in the studio. That sounded so stunning. It's so nice to, thank you for coming down and playing live. It's so lovely to have it on the show. So I was going back because I was like, I I like went back through some Peggy Sue tracks, and then I just had like, yeah, this like nostalgia hit listening to like Long Division Blues and The Shape We Made, and songs that when you first started playing as Peggy Sue, obviously coming to the shows, and it was all, you know, all the artists that you came up with at that time.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that it was like 20 years ago or whatever. It's a bit shocking, really.
It's shocking.
But what was it? Yeah, what was it like, sort of starting out in music through those early years?
Oh, it was so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like the very beginning. We were just such babies, like really didn't know better, and just like did everything that anyone asked us, and it was so that sounds problematic, but no. You know what I mean?
You just said yes. You just were like,
we
yes,
just said yes. We were like,
yeah.
we would like get on the train to like Brentford Football Club and play like a like anti-folk night, and then like fly to like Copenhagen and then fly home again the next morning. Like we just did everything, and it was really fun. And we were just like out and about so much and met so many people, and like was so obsessed with music. I think that's actually quite fun this time, like starting kind of coming back into music as a musician again. I'm like a bit more like hungry for like who's that person and who's that person, and like I don't know, just kind of being like trying to channel 19-year-old Katy again, of like, what's happening over there? I'm gonna go and find out. Like, what's this venue? Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, do you feel nostalgic for those times sometimes, or yeah, I bet you must have kind of gone on a whole like, you know, over the years, I think you learn so much, don't you, about the industry and about music and about everything, all aspects of it.
Yeah, I think I have a nostalgia for that, like, naivety.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of joy in that, but I also think it's like a pretty unhealthy way to live. Yeah. Maybe not at the very beginning, but then like I feel so much more capable of trying to be a musician now than I was when we were like doing it in our late 20s, when it was like kind of a bit more real and had quite a lot of responsibilities, and like it's a hard job, and it's not very good for your brain. And it's like not very healthy. And I think now, being a bit older and kind of understanding a bit more like the work that it is, like knowing that it's a joy and also knowing that it's work, I think that's actually, it's quite boring to say, but it feels really valuable. I don't know if I would be trying to do it again if I didn't feel like I'd learnt those lessons. Maybe I think there are other ways to live that are a lot easier, and but then playing songs, singing into a microphone is my favourite thing in the world. So what can you do?
So it's good to still be doing the passion. And it's definitely, I think, and the industry's changed a lot, and social media's changed everything, and all of that. But ultimately, you know, people take to good music and need good music in their lives, right? So it's good that you know. Still doing it.
Sometimes I get like I have a little moment where I like realise that I'm really obsessed with the song that only has 2,000 listens on Spotify, and I'm like, everything's gonna be fine. Like, this song is bringing me so much joy. Everything is gonna be fine.
Everything is gonna be fine. Yeah. So you're gonna play another one. So this is the other track from the EP, "Very Day I'm Gone."
Yeah. This is a very short song.
Okay, very short, but very sweet.
Short and very sweet. Yeah. It's a traditional folk song. That is usually attributed to Addie Graham, who I don't know very much about. There's like one video of her on YouTube, but I discovered it through this singer and banjo player called Nora Brown, who's a really young American kind of folk player at the moment. And yeah, I don't know, usually words are what get me obsessed with a song, but there's something about her banjo part and the like melody and the shape of it that is like really grounding. And now I play it at the beginning of Tenderness shows, and it's sort of a like transition. I mean, partly it's just because it's really nice to sing it into a microphone, as I was saying, but it's also sort of lets me like put my feet on the ground and like listen to the guitar and listen to my voice and be like, okay, I'm going to play a show now. And like, oh, there's people watching me. So that's sort of like, it's taken on this like quite profound job in in my life, in my world. So it was really fun to just record it. We recorded it really quickly. So it's the only one that I was playing live before recording.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's called Very Day I'm Gone. It'll be over in a minute and a half.
Okay.
On the very day I'm gone, you will know the train I'm on. You will hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Hear the whistle blow 100 miles. And if you say so, I will railroad no more. Sidetrack my engine and go home. Sidetrack my engine and go home. And if my mama leaves, I will come back home again. For I'm a rambling woman, God knows. I'm a rambling woman, God knows. I'm a rambling woman, God knows.
Very Day I'm Gone by Tenderness, performing live in the studio on Soho Radio this week. Thank you so much, Katy. It's been so lovely chatting all about this project.
Thank you so much for having me.
Are there any live shows to mention yet, or is it all bubbling away?
It's a watch this space.
Okay, cool.
Probably I'm going to do another London show at the end of the month, hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And when's the EP out?
The EP is out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. Yeah. So Very Day
celebration week.
It's celebration week. Yeah.
How are you going to celebrate?
Tomorrow I'm going to celebrate by getting on the train to Salford.
Yes.
And playing on the Riley & Co show,
Amazing.
which is very exciting.
Yeah. Shout out Six Music.
Yeah.
And then just bask in the glory of the EP being out in the world.
Yeah. I really want. I'm trying to find rituals for celebrating putting things out. Probably I'll go for a swim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
What better ritual
What
is there?
better ritual? Okay, Katy Beth Young, Tenderness on the show. Thank you again.
Thanks so much, Georgie.